So we are coming to you from Ethereum Rio today. It's a great day, a little hot, a little sweaty, but it's a great afternoon here. I'm Aaron Stanley. I'm the host of Brazil Crypto Report. We cover the influencers, founders, entrepreneurs, builders from across the Brazil crypto ecosystem. And we're going to be talking to a lot of folks throughout the day today, throughout these 2 days at the event. I'm joined today by the one and only Helo Passos, who is a legend in the Brazilian blockchain gaming community. So we're going to be talking to her about that today. Welcome, Helo. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting, Aaron.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell us a bit about your background? Who are you and how did you get involved in Web3 and gaming?
Okay, principal, I'm a gamer lover. Remember my daddy gave me my first video game when I was 5 years old. And I love games. I love Pokemon, Zelda, Nintendo. And I was graduated in animation design and post-graduate in creative economy management. I worked a lot with brands in Brazil, focused on creative projects, principal in retail, in fintechs. For example, Stone, Honda, Bipag, Rabobank. And in October of 2020, I was TREXX Infinity, and I remember when I saw TREXX Infinity, I saw this thing is changed the world. And in this moment, I created the first Brazilian community of TREXX Infinity to teach the people how it works, how the onboarding of Web3 works. And this community in a few months become one of the biggest in Latin America with 30,000 members. I created a startup with a focus on education, and I sold this startup in the last year.
Okay.
And now I have a TREXX. I founded TREXX. TREXX, it's a blockchain games startup when we develop all games, and we develop technologies for the onboarding of these people to make more easy the custody, the selling tokens inside the games, for make more retention and make more better experience for players.
Got it. So going back to your moment in October 2020 when you first experienced TREXX Infinity and you had this kind of revelation, what was it about TREXX Infinity that you found so powerful that made you want to kind of devote your career to this? And and then follow-on question would be, how are you able to bootstrap this community of people around it? So tell us a bit more about in October 2020 when you first discovered TREXX Infinity. What was it about the game itself that inspired you?
Okay, how I said, I love of a Pokemon, and I saw this TREXX Infinity and a very similar with a Pokemon and a very crypto lover. And I remember, the possibility of the people gain money with the timing or with a player. It's a very how I say that innovative, yeah. Because if you think this model just happens in game industry, the people plays RPG, for example, and so the items, for example, guns in Counter-Strike with a lot of expensive prices, and blockchain make more easable this process, more security. These things have a lot of mess up with me. Blow my mind, yeah. The Philippines have the PIB changed because of TREXX Infinity, the potential of social impact of blockchain games in general. These things, I believe the potential in the 2020 change the world, and now change the world.
Yeah, and I thought it was really interesting in the Philippines example that you gave, where that was, us here in the Western world learned about during the pandemic. There's all these people in the Philippines that were playing TREXX Infinity, and they had an ability to kind of cash out some of these tokens that they were earning for Philippine pesos, I believe is the local currency there. So they were actually able to pay their bills during lockdown when they couldn't do regular work by playing TREXX Infinity, and that kind of kickstarted this whole blockchain gaming movement, right? I think there was a documentary film that was made about it and everything, and it was quite an inspiring story. But tell us a bit more about how has the the Brazilian community. Like, what is it about blockchain gaming that's been inspiring to the Brazilian community here?
Okay.
Like, how are you able to build this community of 30,000 people who are interested in this?
Okay, Brazil have a similar dynamic of Philippines. We have a small revenue of our money. We have a country with a lot of inflation, right? Inflation,
Yeah.
and the possibility of the people gain money with other things make more how I say that, but make more money for the things, make the Brazil the nice place to explode the very hype of blockchain games. For me, it's a very easy to make this community because of the hype. It's easy. The algorithms help me a lot. It's the moment hype, but I'm thinking it's in the process. The most important thing it's constantly things. For example, make day by day lives for teaching how the best teams, how the best axes, how the best strategies to make more money with more poor access, and I'm thinking it's that the process to create this community in Brazil and Latin America. Teach regular people and provide spaces to people change conversations, show the ideas of just not Axie, but blockchain games in general. Oh, this game is interesting, this game helped me. I'm thinking it's the process to create this community fast.
Sure. What other types of games? I mean, there's Axie Infinity, which is kind of the one that everybody knows, right? But what other games have become popular here? I know there's like Star Atlas, and there's other kind of guilds forming around some of these other games. What other games, especially now that we're in the winter season, right? When these things aren't as you can't really make as much money playing these as you could a couple of years ago. But like, what are the types of games now that people are really you're seeing a lot of interest in?
Okay, in the past, Alien Wars, it's most famous in Brazil.
Okay.
Plant versus Undead, it's not a game, but it's a very hype in Brazil. Now I see games like Upland, like Arrowy, like Walking There for Gala Games. Gala Games, it's a famous project in Brazil that the people like the idea of a Gala provide a structure like a Steam. I'm thinking Gala. It's a very hype in Brazil. Maybe not a big, but sandbox. Sandbox is just
so some of these these kind of metaverse projects. There's a nice overlap between gaming and metaverse projects.
I see Brazilian people in traditional games industry like a lot of casual games. For example, Candy Crush. Candy Crush, it's a hype in Brazil years until now, and I'm thinking these games have most potential to explode in Brazilian ecosystem. More casual games, Subway Surfers, like Endless Run, Match 3 games.
So it's not necessarily like your Counter-Strike Go global offensive like first-person shooter type games, but it's more of these kind of leisure entertainment games. Like I'm on my phone and I have 20 minutes of time to kill, so I'm just going to play this little game and earn some tokens.
Brazilian like a lot of FPS, like Counter-Strike, like Valorant. League of Legends is the most popular in Brazil too. MOBAs. It's data of the market, but 75% of the population in Brazil considering gamers. It's a lot of population, a lot of people in Brazil consider games. Just the woman that play Candy Crush until the young that's a pro player in Counter-Strike, for example.
Okay, interesting. And then for like our last question, we'd just love to get your thoughts on, for anybody who's watching this who might not be like from Brazil or Brazilian, why should they be paying attention to like the work that you're doing and kind of building out these blockchain gaming studios and communities here in Brazil specifically? Like, what about this is really interesting, is really something that people should be paying attention to?
Okay, we have a dynamic in Brazil that we are early adopters of all technologies. The Brazilian people like the new technologies, the new games, and I'm thinking in Brazil the people have a lot of builders. Ethereum Hill, it's like an example for that. A lot of devs, a lot of builders, and now I like so much. Yeah, my game is Boom Boogers, but I like products like Real-X Survival. It's like a Counter-Strike, but it's apocalypse zombies. Yeah.
Okay.
Cyber Skies, it's like a startup as Cursed Song. We produce a lot of games in Brazil scenery, and I invite you follow me and follow TREXX because we have a lot of partnerships, and we announce week by week what's the happenings in Brazilian ecosystem.
Amazing. So thank you so much, Helo, for joining us today, and the best of luck on your endeavors. Look forward to following your work here in the future. It seems like you're moving at a exponential, you're very fast pace here to already, you went from zero to like finding Axie Infinity to building your own startup, sold it onto your next startup, and in just a couple of years. So very impressive progress, very enviable. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Aaron.